What it do, Cornerstoners? My name is Johnny Warbux, and I am here with Sir Puffalot, Kalishnikov, Red, and this is another episode of the Rapper's Corner. Today, we are speaking to Supernova's finest, Northern Virginia's very own. Who are you? What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do?
My name is Empuls. I like to rap words that rhyme with my friends. And I'm from Nova. People not familiar with that. That's Northern Virginia. I'm from the rich part, apparently. But yeah, representing Loudoun in the building, not the DMV. I don't subscribe to that DMV thing because everyone hates going to the DMV. I don't know why we call ourselves that.
That's so true. You know, it's funny, man, because it's like Mad Head's like, if you're from DC, they never say that. They're like, no, we from DC. That's some other thing.
Yo, you get beat up. You get beat up saying that in DC. Like when I used to go to when I used to go to DC, it was like Berry Farms days. Go to Berry Farms.
Berry Farms, yeah.
Go to Berry Farms. Hey, yo, so go to Berry Farms. Go to time. Get your time machine. Go to Berry Farms and say, y'all represent part of Virginia too, and see if you make it off the corner, man. Like, nah.
See, man, like people had to take me so that they can get whatever they needed to get because they don't want to get it without me. You know?
No, bro. You know how many times I had to go over town because I was the only black kid some of these rich kids knew. They assumed literally just because I was in the car we weren't going to get robbed. I'm like, no. Not only will we still get robbed, they'll beat me up worse for trying to protect your lame ass.
Yeah. We've had a couple of heads. We have a couple of heads that got caught up out there, man. I've heard that story time and time again. Tale as old as time, man. Yo.
But yeah, so like I said, I'm from Leesburg. It's just a small little town. I'm not necessarily representing it, but if you Google my name, like one of my court cases will tell you I'm from here, so I can't hide it.
Oh man, no, I can't deny it, dog.
I can't deny it.
You a straight rider.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, man. Is Haley Williams still that fire, or is it Katy Perry, Jennifer Lawrence? Which one is it?
What's that mean?
Haley Williams, man.
Oh, you talking about from Paramore?
Yeah. Yo, man.
Oh, Haley's fire. What are you talking about, bro? Haley, big fire, bro. Ain't it fun living in the real world? Come on, man. She taking people's man, doing a whole song about it, man.
Oh my god.
Like, nah. Haley Williams is like that, man. I don't know. Come on, that's one of my guilty pleasures, but that's like Haley Williams is like that.
Yo, I mean
Jennifer Lawrence though, I don't know, man. Jennifer Lawrence, man. Katniss, bro. That's my girl right there, man. That's my girl.
Yeah, we're fans, man. Yo, as a matter of what's funny is last night I just watched. I know I'm late to the party, but I watched this movie, Mother! Mother. It's a Jennifer Lawrence movie, dude. It is a wild, like biblical allegory, dude. It is a wild movie, dude.
You know, they just put the new one. I forgot. It's like her seducing this like teenage guy or like young guy or whatever.
Yeah, that one seemed a little sketchy.
Yeah, but just looking at the previews, I'm like, yeah. That's my girl.
Hey, I was just saying at the risk of sounding like some random fucking cisgender male, all I saw, remember, like I was prefacing with that. I think she looks amazing in the trailer, and that's as far as I'll go.
I think. She kind of got that Leonardo DiCaprio thing where it's like she gets older, but she still just looks young as hell, man. Like I think that's the craziest thing.
Like me.
Yo,
like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm 42. I'm 42, man. I'm probably 10 years older than her. You know what I'm saying? So I guess she want to holler at me.
Get that Empuls, man. You can find them over there.
I would love a white sugar mama, bro. Are you kidding me? I'd upgrade y'all studio, man. I have to send y'all some money on Venmo. Upgrade the studio, bro.
Get this podcast money, baby.
Hey, I have her be the real Jenny from the block, bro.
Yeah, dog. Hey, man.
I have her out of Berry Farms running pack out of Berry Farms. Man.
Hey, take Jennifer Lawrence out of Berry Farms. Look it up. Yo, how long you been doing this, man? How long you been doing this thing, man? This hip hop.
1990.
90, bro. You've been
I started
there.
performing. Yeah, I started recording myself in '94, performing in '99. But that was 1990 when I was like, I'm gonna be a rapper, or I'm gonna rap.
So who would you say is like the people that inspired you?
LL Cool J. LL Cool J. LL Cool J. Kumo D.
Nice.
Treacherous 3. Lisa Lee.
Yeah.
Fucking. I would say Africa Bambaataa, but I can't anymore.
I know what you mean. It's tough, a shame.
Man.
It's
definitely LL Cool J though.
Legacy.
Yeah, LL Cool J was like, I was like, LL Cool J would take his shirt off and beat up my dad. So he's that's how I felt when I was like 7 years old. I was like, this dude can beat up my dad. Like he's definitely the greatest. Look at his muscles. He beat my dad up. He can rap.
He was here like 2 weeks ago or like a week ago. We went to go see him.
Yeah. Were you at the first store? Did you go check him out?
No, I don't go around people. I don't go anywhere where my concealed carry doesn't work.
Yeah, oh man, yo, we went to that show and we posted something up on X, and LL Cool J reposted our shit, and we've got like 16,000 views of just us just standing in this line talking about going to this show. It is the craziest. It's my 15 seconds of fame right now, dog. It's funny.
No, LL, he's cool. If LL ever comes to Virginia, and he's not surrounded by 100,000 people, I'll meet him. But other than that, nah. You can ask. I'm the last person you're gonna see at a show, in a crowd, out of state. Fuck all of that. For me. But nah.
Doing your own shit.
Well, I mean, I don't trust anybody.
Yeah, I mean, no. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, yo.
I'm glad y'all made it safe. Don't get it twisted. I don't want to disparage anybody from doing social events. And as an artist, it's a counterintuitive thought to say, I don't want to be in a crowd. I don't want to, you know what I mean? But for me, yeah, like I said, if I can't take a pistol and if I can't leave in 5 minutes, I'm not going. Because
look, I don't blame you. When we were there, like for a split second, I was like, like the best way to take out, it would be here, like at this moment, you know what I mean? But then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go die seeing LL, so I'm good.
The thing is, like, and I'm a security minded guy, so that's probably why my brain goes there first.
Right.
And also, again, I'm borderline misanthropic, so like I don't even like being around people. So it's a bunch of stuff I don't like to do in the same place. If I was still a music lover, if I liked people, if all those things, going to TLL would be top notch for me. I had many homies that were there. So the whole time people were there, I had my fingers crossed that I'm just a paranoid jerk. No. And when everybody made it home, I was glad that everybody made it home. But I mean, Buddy and wasn't it Maine just the other day? Buddy and Maine showed the other day that you guys have an illusion of safety every time you're in public. So that's how I felt about that. So with that being said, not to like turn this into that, but yeah, LL was in town. I've heard nothing but great things about him. He's obviously a solid individual. Look at the energy he emits. He's young forever. You know what I mean? He's obviously a positive individual. So
he's old, but when you see him like on stage, jump around and go from back and forth, you're like, yo,
man, and the dude is just chiseled too. He's the healthiest person that I've ever seen perform on a stage.
Still would be, like I said, he still take his shirt off and beat all our dads up. Like that's how I look at him,
It's inspiring.
So listen, Empuls, when I first came into the game, I had to prove myself a little harder than many where I was at, and that's us out here and just right down the street from y'all. But so I had to handle a lot of that, going at cats, doing battle rap. I had to like show up on that. I caught a couple of your battles from like Grind Time DMV, Supernova to UBR, my man. What got you into battle rapping, and who are some of your favorite battle rappers today, if you have any, man? Yeah,
the ironic thing about 4 or 5 of my battles got taken down in the last year because the page went down. It was for a group called Squared Circle Battle League. Not to reopen anybody's cases, but a bunch of those guys caught federal time. So any video that they were in, came down, I think. But
the
way
a handful of them up there, man.
Yeah. The way there used to be a couple hundred battles on the page, but they took them all down. And of course, 4 of mine. I had 4 body bags on that page. I don't care what anybody says. So my first, the Supernova Battle League, it all started because we wanted. It was 2008, 2009, 2010. I was still getting. I think YouTube was new. So we're watching like Party Arty Battle Loaded Lux and those kind of things, and like, or not Battle Murder Mook, and like we're watching all those battles, and we wanted to start a league out here. So I reached around, like I was like reaching, out to people. I almost said reached around. That was crazy, but I reached out to some. Yeah. I don't even do the pause thing because I'm comfortable in my sexuality, but it still would have sounded nuts.
Amen.
Like I give a dude a reach around if I want to, but I don't want to. So. But yeah, so we tried to start the league, and then I found out there was already people doing it. So I have to admit this out loud. I've never really told the story. I lost my first battle for Grind Time DMV. I choked all 3 rounds. It was horrible. And again, because I didn't take it seriously, I'd never been challenged. Out here, nobody was better than me. Yeah. So I was used to just showing up, doing whatever I wanted, and winning. And so it was the first slice of humble pie I ever had where somebody was more prepared than me. And my freestyles almost beat him. Nothing against Buddy. He wasn't good, but he was prepared. So I only did 2 more battles because I wanted to end with a winning record. So
that's slick.
Because you get your ass whooped your first boxing match. You got to fight again until you win. You had to die in that ring before you walk away a punk. Otherwise, you're a sucker. You take 1 L and you quit, you're a sucker. You wasted everybody's time. So I got in there. Even
be serious.
You got to lose, because you don't know what it's like to win until you lose. You know what I'm saying, and vice versa. So I went in. I battled a dude named Blasian, and I knew he was going to freestyle, so I beat him. And then I was like, all right, I need 1 more. And then I got recruited by another league. I beat that guy, and then they asked me to do several more battles. And then I got recruited to battle out in New Mexico. So I was like, I guess now I just can't lose anymore. I'll quit when I'm tired of doing this, and I'm just not going to lose anymore. I don't like losing. Losing seems like something that like incels do,
Losing hurt.
So I was like, I'm just going to keep winning. And then I got tired of doing it because I say horrible things to people. And I realized that if anybody said those things to me, I just beat the shit out of them. So it's not even fair. Like I would tell guys, don't talk about my kids or battle's over and I'll put you in a fucking hospital. And then I would get up there and talk about their kids. It's like that. First of all, it's not balanced. And it shows that those guys were punks because they listen to me and I listen to them. So just because me bullying people, this isn't even competition. It's negative energy.
Yeah.
I'm out. That's me. I'm out. I'm too negative to do this. I'm out. So, so that was that. My favorite battlers, I think anybody listens to that's in the battle rap, whatever styles you like, whatever. I feel like you gotta fuck with Geechee Gotti.
Geechee Gotti's nasty.
You have to fuck with Geechee Gotti. I like Jay the Nightwing. Always been a fan. Obviously, rest in peace to Pat Stay.
Yo, Pat was the fucking guy, man. He was nasty.
Yeah, and then I get there's a couple other dudes. You know what I mean? But I like to hear somebody say a bunch of stuff that I believe he might do. So that's why I like Geechee Gotti, because I believe he really will allow his friends to beat you up. I think he really will do something to you. Like he has cases. He has juvenile discharge cases. So when he's like, I'll take the thing and I'll do this thing to you, he probably would. You know what I mean? So, and to me, there's nothing worse than a guy getting up there pretending to do something. Like in my battles, when I'm like, I told Blasian I didn't sign a contract, so don't think I won't hesitate to beat the shit out of you. I was being dead serious. That wasn't even a bar. That was conversation. Like, I'll stop this battle right now and dog walk you in front of your mom. You know what I mean? Because I don't like you. I don't care. And as soon as the battle was over, I was like, all right, now I don't dislike this guy.
That's the craft of it.
All right, that's the craft of it. But in my heart, I still did. You can ask a lot of people. I disliked him still because I took it to a place like that during the battle where I wanted this dude on suicide watch when the battle was over. That's not competition. That's actual hate. And that's why I believe battle rap, and I'll say this and we can jump. Battle rap's actually really destructive, demonstrative, and I can't wait for it to end, even though I like it, because it's literally based around hate. And it has no place in structural formality and like a structural hip hop. It's just hate. All it is hate. All the fans, they show up there to spew hate. When if anyone's ever battled, when you're getting ready for a battle, I'm walking through the venue trying to be professional. I have people I've never met, like, you ready to die tonight? You gonna die? You ready to die? I don't know about y'all. I've been shot at. I had guns put in my face. I shot at other people. That die shit's gotta stop. You don't get to say that to me more than 1, 2, 3 times, and I stop at, and I don't ask the context no more. Now I'm ready to fire off on you. Now you got to get out of my face. So, like I said, to me, I don't even like going to events because it's just so negative. It's just hate, hate, hate. The craft has been gone. The craft has been gone. It's a bunch of people that can't rap, a bunch of idiots that don't know the culture, just expressing negativity. So I'm done. I'm personally done with it. I'll never go to another event. I like to watch battles, like professional battles, but I don't even like watching the lower level leagues anymore because it's just a whole bunch of negative bullshit to me. Again, that's my premise.
It go hard in the paint, man. When we just a couple of weeks ago, we saw DJ Kool Herc in DC, man. During a fireside chat joint, he was doing sort of like just a talk session, right? Ninth Wonder was hosting it, and
it sounds cool,
dude. It was super. It was super dope. But one of the questions that was asked to him was, "What is the next thing? 50 years of hip hop. What's the next thing that hip hop needs to do to keep moving forward?" And without a fucking beat, the man drops, "We need to put the guns down." He was like, "We got to put the damn guns down. People are dying out here for nothing, man." And I thought that was a really powerful message, yo. Like it's the truth, though. Yeah. So battle rap,
the whole drill thing, the whole drill and trap scenes are literally they should be their own genre. Because look, I don't care if this puts me in harm's way. I don't know if you guys realize I'm not worried about harm's way. But they're not rap. They're not hip hop culture. It's literally they're marketing tools to keep black men shooting each other in the face in public. So. Like, they literally need to stop. Think about this. Think about it like this. Leor Cohen and people like that own labels where literally nobody can rap. And if you don't wave a gun and say, kill niggas, they won't hire you. So this is the new plantation. No, Kool Herc was right.
I agree with you. I don't think it has anything to do with hip-hop. I think it should be its own thing. If it's going to be whatever, it shouldn't be attached. Because hip-hop is the community. And as long as I've known hip hop, because I'm old school, right? Like, as long as I've known hip hop,
guns have always been a part of it. Guns have always been a part of it.
It's always been a part, but so is community. Community has
been a massive part of it, man. Yeah.
So, like, it's just you're gonna do your own thing, over there. But whatever, it's to each their own. Well, all I'm saying is that, like, it ain't how it used to be. And it seems like it's a lot more dangerous now for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for no reason, man. It's senseless.
Well, because it's not culture anymore, and it hasn't been for a long time. Right. Like, we're not going to, you know what I mean? They don't market the culture; they market the violence attached to the music.
See, that's the second that we're trying to make it the other way. We're
bring it back. Exactly.
We've been about that culture, man.
And so, for example, Guns and Ice-T and them. Rakim used to wear a fucking chain with a gun on it, so we're not going to act like guns weren't there.
Right.
The fucking Black Spades, the original Zulu members were ex-gang members, so we're not going to pretend. That's part of the community. Everything that exists in the community exists in hip-hop. The difference is the skill level. So the reason I distinguish drill and trap and all that is, it's talking about it. So technically it actually still fits if you're talking about real life bullshit, right? But there's no art. That's the point. The only distinction I make, like, they're not trying to do well. They're not even trying to make sustainable careers. They're not even trying to create timeless art. You know what I mean? Like Ice-T's 6 o'clock in the morning, police at my door. Okay. That record still works, even though it's all about what? Drugs, crime, and violence. It still works because that's what he was genuinely living. and he wanted to get away from it and blah blah blah.
But yeah, but
and
see,
if you,
like if you
that's
hear,
the difference. So there's no growth, there's no art, there's no genuine culture.
If you hear, like I'm a big fan of Ice-T. I got his vinyls and shit, right? So if you hear that album specifically, he'll have one song where he talks exactly what you're talking about, 6 in the morning. But then the next song he'll be like, "Yo, my big homies didn't want me to join that life. You know what I mean? They told me to stay out and do the rap thing." So
you also will know he was MC Ice-T first. So before 6 in the morning came out, he started breaking and breaking too.
Yeah, and he was down with like Kid Frost and the whole.
But he was also down with the East Coast movement at that time.
With the Zulu Nation.
So because again, the community aspect, right?
Yep.
Like go watch Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo, and you can see him performing at the Miracles benefit, and he's dressed and he looks like Melly Mel.
I know.
He looks just like Melly Mel.
He brought the East Coast to the West Coast. That's why I love Ice-T, man. Ice-T is like one of my all-time.
So I say we're giving Ice-T some flowers right quick. You know what I mean? Like absolutely.
For reals, man.
Shout out to Ice-T.
For reals. Like for reals. Like I love him because he talks about the real stuff, but then he'll be like, I was at the Million Man March. So it's got that balance. That's what I'm saying. You can talk that real shit, but you can also talk this real shit. Just
balance, but there has to be a balance. If the pendulum goes one way, like if these guys we're like, I'll kill each other. Yeah. And then somewhere in there, they also said, I love my kids. And then, hey, let's do a song about rainbows and shit. If there was some balance, it might stick out. But all it is kill black people, kill black people, kill black people, kill black people. They're doing the job of the Klan.
Yep.
And Leor Cohen and Jimmy Iovine are writing checks because they are the Klan. Once rap music got engulfed into the white supremacy of everything else this country's built on, it was done.
So real quick though, because there was a couple of weeks ago, there was this little thing that who was it that said that NWA was special ed.
Special ed did that, yeah.
NWA brought about like the destruction of hip hop because it was gangster.
Well, no, of black communities.
Yeah,
like a whole generation. That's what he was saying.
That's what I'm feeling too, man. It's like
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. I'm not even that's so layered. I hope he was misquoted. Otherwise, special ed stupid, like the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
he was trying to like single them out, yo, and it's a video. Like you watch him say it, you watch him do it. It's not.
I hope it's out of. All I'm saying is I hope it's out of context. But I'm not going to dignify that with a response because you're talking about a community. Yeah, nothing personal to you guys. This just sounds asinine for us to even be talking about because all that clip only exists for more division. Yeah. We could use it to educate or divide. That's all for division. Because what we're doing now is ignoring the redlining that created those neighborhoods, the gerrymandering that created those neighborhoods. We're ignoring. We're ignoring the socio-political structure that created NWA by blaming it on them, and it makes special ed sound like then it makes special ed sound like a house nigger. So I don't want to even dignify that with a response because this is the white media making sure that especially that the ed looks stupid, NWA looks stupid, and black people look stupid. At no point do we win in this conversation. Yeah, so I won't dignify that with a response, and I don't really care. I don't want to alienate anybody, but I'm done. I don't project white supremacy. So that conversation is white supremacy to me.
That's cool, man. I respect it. I never looked at it that way, but you're right. It is. It's three negatives, and it's
pitting black people against black people. Yeah. You guys name me one popular. No, real quick, and then just so I can answer a lot of pop culture questions right now. Yeah. You name me one pop culture thing where it's two black people where they're not pinned against each other.
Oh yeah, man, I know what you're talking about, dog.
So I don't dignify any of those. Jada and Will, I don't give a shit. Like I don't give a shit. I don't care about any situation where the media has two black people, especially black men, pinned against each other because that's all this fucking country's ever done. It's called the Willie Lynch doctrine. I'm not interested in participating.
Ooh. Man, I got that book at home, man. I taught these guys about Willie Lynch, man.
Amen.
So yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. It's that whole like you teach it, and it lasts for 1,000 years, man. So
well, you want to control a whole group. How do you think fat inbred fucking slave mastering, whip cracking pieces of shit. 4 or 5 of them would control 1,000 people. You make them control each other. You have them infight. Nah, man, this is antebellum politics we're talking about here. I don't cater to none of that.
No,
that's
man,
why guns. That's why guns are illegal, so we don't have to talk about those kind of people.
Let me redirect it back to this element, man. Let's keep it. I want to get back into hip hop and
yeah.
As far back as I can remember, Kalishnikov Red has been keeping some of the lesser represented 4 elements alive and well in the art of graffiti and tagging, especially back in the day, right? And it looks like you being a fellow wrong side of the tracks artifact. How did you first get into tagging?
I've been locked. I just say I got locked up for this one. That's why I put it on me so I could. After I hung my cans up, I got out of state charges. You can ask Dustin and them. I caught charges out of state twice while we were on vacation.
Fucking doing
me and my boys, we got arrested at in the Woodbridge area for vandalizing, for graffiti.
Yeah.
So we did the community service. We had to fucked us over. We had to do the community service again. So it was some bullshit, man. But I used to. They
didn't catch me, man. Thank God. In Virginia, they never caught me because it's a felony. I kept getting caught in states where it was a misdemeanor. Thank God.
Yeah. And so they I did a little bit of everything. So let me ask you something. What kind of style did you most do? Like that wild style, the California style, the bubble style? Or
if you would have asked me back then, I was wild styling, doing productions and pieces, and I was all state and all this other shit. But in retrospect, I was just some fucking toy ass kid from the country that you know what I mean. Like the best, I might do a decent little piece here and there, but it was more throw ups and pop ups, man.
Yeah,
just show up.
Did you do any things on shirts or anything like that, or anything besides the walls?
I used to design clothes for all my homeboys until the teachers and stuff started recognizing my style, and then I was basically just telling on myself. I'd do shirts for all of y'all and then go hit a wall in the same school later. So you guys would be walking down the hallway saying Derek did it. You know what I mean? So
and I remember so many times this one story real quick. I went to go do a piece on a wall in the school, and I was with my friend. Now she's like, "What are you guys doing?" And I'm like, nothing. And I started running, and he's like, "Wait, we should stay here." I was like, "No, man." She's like, "What's your names?" And I gave a fake name. He gives his real name. I'm like, "What are you doing, man?"
Right. I remember you telling me that.
but yeah, man, no,
I wanted to be New York. That was why I did it. I wanted to be New York so bad. If New York hip hop did it, I wanted to do it.
That's how Virginia.
Because
if they were have it, why we wanted to go here.
Did you have a tag name or?
I had a few of them. I was actually trying to think about which one I used the most. I used "as is" a lot.
As is.
Because whatever. So in my mind and yuck. I still use yuck. I haven't got up in a while, but I still use yuck because when people, where I'm from, these are rich assholes. So when they see it, they go yuck.
Now, is that why you?
Yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck.
YUCK. And then I always changed my number to whatever weight I am. So if I'm 157 pounds, it'd be yuck 157. Right. If I was 160 pounds, it'd be yuck 160. So as far as they know, there's 14 different yucks running around. But no, it's just my fluctuating weight.
Dude, that's hilarious, man.
That's funny.
Yo, man, you work out like a motherfucker, dog.
Yuck 180.
I
do what I can.
Where you at on that journey, man? What's your end game with all that, dude?
So my daughter has unique needs, and she's 20 years old now. So she has the body of a 20-year-old, but she has the heart and mind of a much younger person.
Peace.
So in her mind and heart, she's still the little girl that dad can pick up whenever she wants and can cuddle her and carry her up the stairs. So my fitness goal is until my daughter doesn't want me to carry her, I can put her over my shoulders and carry her up the stairs. I can put her in my arms and I can take her to bed, and that's it. All the numbers all the numbers are cute, and I expose all the numbers and I show the numbers. But no, my goal is to be in the condition that makes my daughter still believe, like aware that she's my little girl. Dang, and that's it.
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, I'm going there because I go to the gym, and I started recently, but everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, do that. Nah, man, like that's the most realest thing I've heard, man.
That's the realest shit.
And actually, I've got numbers here listed just for fun, because all my numbers are like competition ratios and stuff.
Right.
But no, like the goal literally is just to be, the strongest father she could possibly ever have. Yeah. That's and also I'll be quite honest too. I'd like to know that there's people out there that need to avoid me. I have to be careful how I say this. There's people out there for their safety and the longevity of their life and preservation of this species need to stay the fuck away from me. And rather than me having to keep talking to the police, keep catching PPOs, and keep paying my lawyer, who I love, shout out to Tom Rock. He eats cases in case anybody's thinking. He eats some shits like the Cookie Monster. But so I can avoid having to go back to the courthouse, I feel like my appearance and my presence need to warn people. So the strength is from my daughter. The aesthetics is to save everybody some trouble.
Yo, so while we're on that personal shit, dog, besides some of these minor charges, like a little alcohol, a little weed, some speeding tickets, man, driving a little aggressively, maybe some bad registration charges, man. Like it doesn't seem like you've got a lot going on to get incarcerated out here, but something's gone down, right? What's happening with that, yo? Like what's going on?
Yeah, this year I got used in a bunch of politics, man. Straight up.
So it's political shit, huh?
It's all political shit. Sheriff Mike Chapman is a scum-sucking leech. And he's the elected official. By the way, real quick, Chapman, don't sue these guys. All the opinions expressed on this podcast are solely Derek Summers Jr. /Empuls. No one else, blah, 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 blah. Disclaimer done. This guy, he's been seeking me out all year because he's so infantile and futile as a human being that he knows that all of his corrupt nonsense is going to be easily exposed by people who's smarter than me. But so this time last year, super quick, long and short, someone told me last year that the school board was trying to diminish the rights to special needs Black and brown children. Okay. So I went to a rally expecting it to be a bunch of people, basically a bunch of racist and ableist people there. It ended up being a positive rally, but one guy showed up and I ended up bumping that guy and kind of trying to get him out of the venue. I go viral. I get added to this social awareness group. I decided that I don't really like how they do things. I don't dislike the people, but I'm not for this group, right? Mm-hmm. I leave the group in December. Someone I know, my girlfriend's ex takes me to court because he's scared of me. He said, he tells the people he's scared of me. So we're going to keep track of this. One white man calls the police and says he has guns, he's scary, he Black. They come to my house, they serve me with papers. So that's March. I'm hanging out with my daughter. Some other white people say he's scary, he Black, he has guns. I get doxxed and I get a bunch of news reports. So we're keeping track. That's 2 times, right? So then one of these people reaches out to me, messages me. When I tell them to leave me alone, they go, he's scary, he Black. So that's my second PPO. 4th time I've been in the paper. We keeping track here.
Yo.
And all of this stuff is associated and revolved around politics, which if you guys don't know me, I hate politics. I don't trust politics. I think that it's a game between rich people, rich Black people, rich Native people, or Indian people, whoever's in politics. You're just a rich asshole to me. This is a county I grew up in. Most of these people moved here, and if they lose, we'll move away. I'll still be here. You won't. So, and if you think about it, a bird has 2 wings, right?
Yeah.
If you break one wing, It flies kind of crooked, but it can still fly. You break the other wing, it has to walk, but it can still live. When you sever its spine, the bird dies. So I'm a spine guy. What policy works for everybody? I don't care about wings. Penguins don't need their wings. You see what I'm saying? They use them for shelter, not for transport. So with that being said, I got involved in all this bullshit because I'm an outspoken individual who cares about his community. Back to the hip hop community thing. I care about my community. So the most recent issue that I'm dealing with is I was shooting a music video, which we're going to actually play at some point, I presume. And I referenced Burn Hollywood Burn by Public Enemy because I was talking about a plantation.
Yep.
And when I said burn Hollywood, or I said burn Oatlands burn. I can say this out loud because it's all public. I didn't mean physically burn the building down. And I didn't mean just that one. I meant every single plantation, everything they stand for, burn it all down and start over. Because people have weddings there. They call it antebellum architecture. You see people having picnics on the unmarked graves of enslaved people, and it doesn't upset them because they don't know history or they're a psychopath.
That's crazy, man.
Like, would you go to Auschwitz and throw a fucking barbecue?
I've been there, but I wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I mean, it's just crazy. The fact that they have already I get for educational purposes, they have tourists come there and see it, how horrible it is, but that makes more sense than what you're talking about. Like, man, why would you throw weddings here?
They host cotillions, yard sales, antique bazaars, festivals.
Yep.
On the top, to me, it's proof positive. Not only did they never respect us, and never will, that any black person that isn't upset about this is the exact house nigger coon that they hoped you would turn into.
Dude, yo.
I'm not saying everybody's got to be upset, but black people are supposed to. If you're not, then go over there. They still own you. The Emancipation Proclamation meant nothing. You haven't. Your heart hasn't even been desegregated. Take your black ass the fuck over there with them. They can have you. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. So with that being,
it's crazy because like I am very much like, as my guys here will tell you, I try to stay as quiet as possible because I am very like mixed. Like, I have a long history with like how black people were treated in this country, how people were treated in this country, how everybody was treated in this country. I myself am not from this country, so like I know from an immigrant perspective how people are treated in this country, and like I don't want to get all into it, but at the end of the day, I understand exactly what you're saying, my man. So like, don't get it twisted. Like, thing you're saying.
And here's the thing though,
from Willie Lynch,
most of my direct lineage.
All that.
Yeah, but most of my direct. So add this in here, and then we'll finish while I'm in trouble, right? My direct lineage that is actually native and indigenous. So we're just talking about the black. We're just talking about. So mind you, when we mention slavery, we're already ignoring the 100 million people that were here before Europe showed up and started killing them all.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So when people are looking for solace in me, you fucking came to the wrong place, baby.
Yeah.
And with my daughter, and the older my daughter gets, the more my empathy and sympathy starts with her. It starts and stops with her.
Of course, man.
Right.
So every single time I drop her off at her mom's, I have less care and concern for how my words and whatnot affect people. So with that being said, Oatlands decided by me posting a picture of Oatlands and saying "Burn Oatlands, burn," that my intentions were to burn down the entire 1,000+ acre property.
Right, of course.
With everyone that works there, apparently locked inside of one of these buildings, and all of them too. So apparently, my one picture that said "Burn Oatlands, burn," I wanted the deaths of all these unnamed people that I don't even know, and I want destruction of this property. I know for a fact that Chapman is behind this. I'm I actually have proof. I just can't use it yet because it's part of the deposition. But like, I have proof that Chapman wants me dead or in jail. Like I said, I've been doxxed by the Daily Mail, or is it Daily Mail, Daily Wire? I don't know. But I've been doxxed 4 times this year. I've had news reports by WJLA. Like, there's, you know what I mean? They're trying to get me taken out. What they didn't count on is that all these people, their whole fan base is a bunch of cowards. And the fact that they know I have firearms and I'm not afraid means nothing. No one's ever going to do anything to me. And I'm not saying I'm invincible. I'm not impervious to a bullet. But somebody's got to fire it first. None of these people are about that life, because let's just say they gave me carte blanche to defend myself for the rest of my life with all these death threats and all this other stuff. And the police, even though it's documented, I told them, if I think somebody's coming after me and my daughter, you'll know. We'll just say it like that. You'll know.
Follow the trail, baby.
Follow the trail. It won't be a trail. I'll be standing right there. I'll be standing over top of them.
That's right.
The smoke will still be coming out the side of their head, and I'll be the one calling you. I'm not going nowhere. Like I said, that's what these people need to understand. Like, I'm not going anywhere, and that's what bothers them. They ran a bunch of other people off. A bunch of people took their Facebook down and all that. I'm still announcing where I'm going to be every week. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that my granddaddy would reanimate himself and roll over in his grave if I let these crackers do anything. You kidding me? I was raised by farriers that were raised by free people, man. I let these crackers do me nada. Ain't no cracker ever gonna tell me what to do. I don't care if they're wearing a robe or a badge or nothing. And let me make the distinction. Cracker doesn't mean white people. It means anyone that would crack a fucking whip on a slave. Because there were some black crackers too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, any black person that's okay with slavery, when I see a black person wear a Confederate flag, you're a cracker too. That dude, Daryl Davis, that runs around hugging Klansmen. He's the biggest cracker I've ever met in my life. That dude's soft as fuck, man. Who befriends the enemy? Who goes out of their way to be like, maybe my enemy just needs a hug? Get the fuck out of my face, man. Get the fuck out of my face, man. Try that shit in Palestine. Go start hugging people. Man. The fuck out of my face with that. You know what I mean? But anyway, with that being said, my current case, everybody can look it up. It's local man threatens to burn down historic site. They didn't say plantation. They called it a historic site. So I'm facing 2 to 10 years in prison.
Yo.
For saying fuck a plantation. Meanwhile, the last president and all these other people. Let me stop, because we know the difference in demographics. We know why I'm in trouble. Yeah. They caught their angry black man, and they're going to try and make an example of him. This will be the 4th time they failed this year. They can try it again and fail. Like I said, my lawyer eats fucking cases, bro. Shout out to Tom Rock, man. He eats them shits, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the motherfucking Empuls right here, and I want to tell y'all right now. I mean,
now you're talking to Derek Summers. You're talking to Derek Summers Jr. You're talking to my daughter's. You're talking to my daughter's dad. Empuls tuned out a second ago. You're talking to my daughter's dad. You're talking to the man that these crackers are trying to take from my daughter. I don't know if you caught that. My whole life's based around my children. These people are trying to take me. Now, this Empuls wouldn't even care. He might do a song about this. You fucked with the right one. Like they're talking to Derek. They're talking to the one who now takes it personal. You can even shoot me. I don't care. By shooting me, you take me from my children. So now it's fucking personal. Yeah. You telling me that you want my ex-wife to have to look my daughter in the face and say, "Dad's not coming to get you"? No more, Dad. Now it's up forever. What would the kids say? It's up and it's stuck.
Up and it's
stuck. You know what I mean? It's up and it's fucking stuck.
Don't
legally. Let me put that out there. Legally, before somebody else take me to court. This is all legal. Yeah, no, I know how they do. I know these crackers have already tried it, man. No, I'm talking legal ramifications for anybody that ever pulls up on me sideways in any shape or regard. Legal, personal, permanent. Listen to me. Legal, personal, permanent repercussions. And after that, we can get back to the fun stuff. You know what I mean? We can smile and we can play music and talk about the communal aspect.
Oh, don't let anybody get it twisted, man. I appreciate you making the difference.
Sorry, and again, sorry to make. I didn't mean to make. Like I told you guys before, I don't want to make this about me sounding all aggressive and negative and stuff.
This show is about getting you up and getting you out there, and that's why we do this, man. Is that we need to hear these voices, and I think that you drive home a very important piece there, because a lot of people always kind of get a little weird when someone, oh, how can you listen to this cat when he says things like cracker, right? Like, how can you listen to cats like that who do that? And I'm always like, he ain't talking about me. He's talking about a specific person and a specific group of people. And so people get really wound up about this terminology and they just take it at face value.
You know why? Because those people were raised by crackers, and those people identify with crackers. No, I'll say it for you. Hey, I'll say it for you. Anybody offended by what I say, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to your pathetic fucking parents. I'm talking to your entire lineage. I'm talking to everything. And if you feel any type of way about it, I live in Leesburg, 20176.
Oh, shit, get it.
I'm talking to everybody that's offended. I'm talking to you. And again, I'm talking to the man your father couldn't make.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'll make a man out of you. I'm like Mulan, Mr. I'll make a man out of you. Like, come on, like. You ever come on? Your granddaddy wasn't a man. Your grandmother was a bed wench. What do you want?
Yeah, God, get it. Yo.
Like I said, if you look, I'm gonna tell you like this. It's 2023, man. We got to come out and say some things. If you have to teach somebody racism is bad, they're wasting your time. If you have to teach somebody beating women is bad, they're wasting your time. If you know somebody is touching children, that's one bullet and it's done. We need to stop fucking having these conversations. We are being way too tolerant with shit that we shouldn't tolerate. Bottom line, man. And that's where now Impulse is back. You know what I mean? Because they charge Derek. They don't charge Impulse. You know what I mean? So the Impulse is back now. But we're way too tolerant with things we shouldn't be tolerating, you know?
Peace to Derek Summers. Welcome back, Impulse. We are now. We got
Impulse is back, man.
No, we got to keep it on this time window, man. We want to put some music out. We want to show some of your work.
Nah.
And so
yeah.
I know we got a little bit of a lineup here. I think we need to start with, since we're on the topic of it all, like we need to go ahead and get that first one up, the one you just shared with us just the other night, right? Like this new one that's causing all the rips. I recognize some of these spots, yo, because I've been out around the way, dude, and it's like, fuck, it's a great video. I'm excited to share it. Puff, I know you got this one coming up, right?
Yeah.
While he's loading
I feel like I totally ruined the format, by the way. I just been ranting.
Nah, man, it's all because at the end of the day, all these things, are put into your music somehow, some way. I mean,
they're all connected, right? It's all symbiosis, yeah.
It is. You can't have one without the other, and that's I've had some shit happen in my shit with guns pointed at me by cops and everything. So that I put into my music, symbiosis, man. It is what it is.
Real quick. I want to shot the last. I don't want to delineate. I shot all the footage for this. Rico James edited this for me, and I think he did an amazing job. I gave him almost no structure. I just put all this footage in a folder, and we had a couple of conversations, and then Rico sent me this back. This is without me making any changes. I just have to give him that shout out. I didn't make one change, one suggestion, or one request. Rico.
Wow.
And I've never met this. Rico James did his thing, man. Eric McEdward on Facebook. But yeah, Rico James did his thing on this, if you ask me.
Shout out to Rico James. This video is bitches.
Shit. Why is it not making me go full screen?
You gotta click on the little. You gotta click on the
little.
Thing.
I had to refresh it because it didn't load fully, and then when I went to refresh it, now it looks funny. I can't see what you guys are saying. All right, give me 1 second. Technical difficulty.
While he's working on that, yo.
Hey man, worst things have happened, bro. Worst things have happened. Yeah.
Oh wait, no. It looks like he's got it. We'll stop right there for a second. Let him get this up.
I'm sorry, guys. I think it's not showing right, is it?
Look on that right there.
If I die that night, let this be my benediction. Dig a shallow ditch, go my coffin with my cynicism. Roam the earth, it's war. Crisis when they get to miss him. When I was alive, I didn't get the recognition.
Is it playing twice?
Lust is what you did it for, it won't sustain. I won't complain, find my balance and I go create. I know the game and chose to play it with my eyes wide. I hold my weight, you sit your baby
You guys
on
can
the
hear it?
sideline. Made it know that point. So only
Yeah, we can hear it.
natural. I feel the opposition sitting on my clavicle. We battle through the close quarters combat.
This is the mansion everyone he was talking about earlier, right?
Set it trap carefully and then I waited on it. Understand my every word's a service as a patient warning. Ain't performing miracles for these sin breaks that marvel at the spectacle and beg you for a rebate. Never played it safe with an ordinance. Mutilate my face for the audience. The enemies that curse me will call us friends. Never knew I truly gave my all to them. Never played it safe with an ordinance. Mutilate my face for the audience. The enemies that curse me will call us friends. Never knew I truly gave my all to them. I take a million stands, but they don't understand them. Just lick another wound and get another bandage, not a boomerang effect. More like a rubber band and never plan to give the industry the upper hand. It's tough to manage such a damning ship with no advantage. Split the feathered crosshairs, herring tortoise till the planet shift. They ran into a wall with me when we would disagree. Somehow I didn't see I'd live to be the giving tree. I dedicated decades out to quality control. Face to face, challenge me and properly you'll fold. It's gotta take a toll, but I have never truly noticed. Go a little further just to secure the focus. Never saw my approach as unapproachable, pretty much live in a cave. Never know what's cool, hate performing magic out there for these hidden grace. They marvel at the spectacle, then beg you for a rebate. Never play it safe with an ordinance. Mutilate my face for the audience. The enemies that curse me will call us friends. Never knew I truly gave my all to them. Never played it safe with an ordinance. Mutilate my face for the audience. The enemies that curse me will call us friends. Never knew I truly gave my all to them. Never played it safe with an ordinance. Mutilate my face for the audience. The enemies that curse me will call us friends. Never knew I truly gave it.
Yo.
Wait.
Don't stop it.
I'm glad he added this part.
This is the part about man or whatever. You're right.
Yo. Bam.
Yo, son, that was mad props on that shit, man. I dug it, man.
Shit. Yeah, that's definitely some of the hard. I think that's the hardest shit we've had on the show, dog.
Yeah,
that's fucking.
That's dope.
I love the flow. I love the structure of the flow. How you like pause at a certain point and then like keep going. And Jones was tight, man. I'd be honored to do a track with you in the future, man. Like,
and absolutely.
He get on your level too, man.
Bro, I do a track with you just off the strength of your name.
Yeah,
like I said, I love a red Kalishnikov myself, but a Kalishnikov with a red dot sight. But I digress. That song actually was written to represent Vincent Van Gogh.
Wow.
And like 2 years ago, this song, and then I decided Ryan, the label wanted to put the video out or put the project out. There was communication and timing issues with the label.
Yep.
So we needed to shoot footage for assets and like get assets together and stuff so we could do the rollout. So I took 3 days. I'm an independent contractor. I took 3 days off of work and I went and shot footage for 9 songs. That just happened to be one of them. That was like an hour and a half out of my life one day. And because I was like, what parallel can I think in my own life within driving distance? So Van Gogh or Van Gogh, depending upon what your tongue would elaborate, wildly, obviously heralded artist, but not appreciated for his work in his lifetime. Mm-hmm. You could go deeper than that, and like how like his suffering led to his art changing and this and that. I went to the immersion experience with my daughter a couple years ago, and that's what kind of put, but me and Ryan had this idea. Ryan from Man by Song had this idea. When I was shooting the video, though, I've driven by Oatlands a million times. I lived last year, all of 2022, the entire calendar year, I lived across the street from there. Again, if I was going to burn the place down, I'd have done it, I'm sure. But whatever. I digress. So I drove back and I was sitting there in the parking lot. I'm like, what group of people were overutilized and underappreciated, and these people still haven't gotten respect in their passing? I know there's a group out there. There's got to be at least one. I'm failing to put a finger. Oh, Black people.
Damn, son.
AKA property.
Right.
Ooh.
So I drove to the plantation, not the historic site, the plantation. And I went and shot footage, and then on my way out, I realized that I was actually supposed to have paid to be there, which to me was fucking laughable. I was like, I'm one of the only people I think shouldn't have to pay to be here, right?
Yeah.
Yo.
I should be allowed to grab every Black kid that I can get in my car, drive here, and go, look at what they used to do to us. This is why Dad has guns. This is why Dad stands up for things. This is why Dad doesn't let them tell us what to do, because they'd still be doing this. And there's an entire fucking demographic that would like to go back to this.
Oh, I know.
Man. That there should be a sign saying that when you go by, don't vote red or move here.
God damn, man. Yo, it's terrifying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not terrifying if everybody knew history, everybody was armed and prepared. It would just be inevitable, because this country is we're still under the same regime that created the Civil War. The Civil War still exists. You guys do realize it never ended.
Yeah.
Because you can't go to Germany and there's no fucking statues of Hitler. There's no statues of the SS, but you can go in places in Virginia. They have cotton museums. Like they still have white supremacist, traitor-esque Confederate statues in the North, where they were supposed to not even like these guys, because remember we talked about that right and left wing thing again?
Yep.
This has always been about white supremacy. Democrats are white supremacists. Republicans are white supremacists as well, because they're playing into a system built off of white supremacy. Until the entire system's taken down, this is all white supremacist games.
Talking shit, man.
He's talking about game supremacy. No, I'm saying, like, do you guys remember the Wolfenstein that was banned in Germany? But it's, perfectly, in a lot of places it was banned because it was Nazis,
And here
it's like number one.
And here it's like no, I
mean, wasn't there some like Modern Warfare, some game not too long ago where you had an option to shoot at demon, like zombie Nazis or something like that?
Yeah. It was Black Ops or something like that. Call of Duty, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of those stupid ass games, right? Yeah. But think about this: when do you get to shoot Hitler?
Yo, right? Bionic Commando. That's about it. I fuck with that, man. Shout out to Bionic.
But to me, again, and I don't play video games, so I'm not the most knowledgeable person. But to me, so like I played it one time with my homeboy, and I was about to lose, and I turned the game off, and he goes, sore loser. I said, nah, I just never let a Nazi kill me, not in fake life or real life.
No, get it.
And he looked at me and he was like, I never thought of it that way. I said, yeah, so the waves, eventually you always lose, right? The waves keep coming and you lose. So think about it. Every time you play that game, you're losing to a Nazi.
Yeah.
That doesn't...
Like, what is that about?
Yeah. What is that about?
I put it like this.
What's the next game? What's the next game? Black Ops Manifest Destiny, where you lose to Joseph Smith? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, shit.
I put it like this, man. The reason I got Kalashnikov in my name is because I know the history of Kalashnikov. I know what that gun stands for, and I know why it's Angola and Mozambique and
that is the gun. That's the people's gun. That is the people's microphone. That is the people's microphone, my brother.
That's why I chose
Kalashnikov microphone.
Even Peter Tosh.
That's the people's microphone.
Peter Tosh had his guitar that looked like an AK. So, like, yeah, man. Like, it is what it is. But listen, man, I want to show one more video, man. If we got one more, because we're like about an hour, but I feel bad because we've been talking. But your music is tight. Can we just show?
Nah, man, you guys look, man. I love y'all, bro. Like, we do whatever y'all want, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Like like I said, like I knew like I could speak freely with you guys because, like I said, I collected my intel, and I knew for a fact that I wasn't dealing with people I don't like. You know what I mean? I knew that this was going to be a show based around respect, and there's going to be cats that. Whether I've met you all in real life, I feel like if I separate from this, I can't associate with people musically, podcast, nothing, that I wouldn't shake your hand separate from this.
Amen, brother.
I feel like if I bumped into y'all in the street at the fucking grocery store, we would just have a natural kindred association in the aisle. You know what I mean? We
would build. Man.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
so I appreciate you guys letting me ramble. You know, honestly.
You and Red would dive into some books, man. It'd be over with, dude. Like that'd be it. Well, let's see. I got Teeth and I got On God.
So yeah, what y'all want to play, man?
I like both of these.
You know, let's do Teeth because
it's kind of a new one, right?
Yeah, and On God, I'm actually, I don't believe in God at all. So I don't want, I love to play people that one for the cinematic aspect, but I don't want anybody to think that I'm advocating for any religious deity or anything, because none of these imaginary friends exist. So
no, get it. Puff,
especially right now with what's going on in Palestine, I absolutely do not want anybody associating me with any religion at all.
It's utter chaos. It's depressing.
It's a beautiful video, though. It's a beautiful video and a lovely song. I will say that.
No, I fuck with On God. I thought what you did there was really dope. I like all of the imagery behind it, and I know that the representation has that layer behind it. And I
storyboarded that one myself. I edited that beat. I storyboarded that video myself. Who
did
me.
Oh, this
all
okay.
The people
this is another Rico James joint too from Fall Sound.
Yeah, so all the people, I shot my own footage. Everyone else that they contributed, which the list is long, they shot their footage, and then Rico turned it into a video and not just a bunch of random awkward ass videos. You know what I mean? Like Rico, again, saw my vision with little to no explanation. So shout out again to Rico James and Man Blake's Dog on this one.
Yeah, this isn't bouncing around like iMovie clips where it's just like a thing and a thing and a thing. It's all got a flow to it and a story behind it, and it's super super nice with it. Puff, are you getting ready to put it? Yeah, okay, here we go. Oh yeah, I remember this now. Yeah. There's a couple of features, some heads in here, man.
Look at my shoulders. God damn, my shoulders look great.
I got a problem, I'm painfully aware, but I don't care. The clock is ticking, just don't be there when it moves. Nothing you can do when it detonates. Better make escape plans now because it's getting late. I'm gonna talk about myself for the interim. If I'm not the GOAT, then there isn't one. I break the sun, wonder where I get it from. Hit and run, is it fun? Counting down the seconds of your last minutes, finish up. Vast difference from the diaphragms to the vast difference. For my kids, I pack lunches. For my foes, pack weapons. Rap better than anyone I've ever met. Yeah, I said just nod your head. Rest comfortable, cause currently it's not a threat. Threads that I'm hanging on this weapon, so I watch my step. Many things we're dying for. One of them is not a rep. The potter left the shop, and we remodeled all this clay. Attacking what you built, so you watch it fall away. It's all decay, okay, cater to the cattle. So it's time to eat. Grinding peace, fillet, and all in famous once I find my sheep. If you live the pain inflicted, gonna hit you kinda deep. For instance, can't identify the skull, cause they can't find the teeth. I got a problem, I'm painfully aware, but I don't care. The clock is ticking, just don't be there when it moves. Nothing you can do when it detonates. Better make escape plans now because it's getting late. I got a problem, I'm painfully aware, but I don't care. The clock is ticking, just don't be there when it moves. Nothing you can do when it detonates. Better make escape plans now because it's getting late. Not a normative opinion. This horror that's envisioned with my sort of disposition correlated with the sorted or core condition, fourth dimension tussle with a mortal henchman carrying out important missions. This was my elevator simply doesn't reach. Doesn't mean a tongue-in-cheek approach is what you wanna keep. Underneath it all is microscopic. Bear in mind I'm misanthropic. Don't think that I will whoop you cause your kids is watching this. It's not negotiation. You don't get an option. Daring you to diss me even privately. Booking and rocking when it's locked and loaded. Hold your focus on your overwhelm. Notice hesitation when you close your fist. Open it. Go and get whoever gas you up with grand delusions and abuse them. They're not your fan to watch they bamboozle and bamboozle. Can't fool you, grab through you, quench you kinda deep. Forensics can identify the body, they can't find them.
Teeth. Yo.
Yeah, see, I always hoped everybody would finish that line themselves. I was like,
Yeah. You go. I bet when you do that, when you perform that live, like you get that call and response on that because you'll stop and you'll just be like, and everybody gonna be like, teeth. Yo, I can see it, man. It's dope, man.
Yo, no, that shit was tight, man. I really like the idea of the video too. It's simple, but it's like
nothing like it.
It's
man.
cool.
well, nobody. Well, sorry, go ahead.
That's how your songs are tight, man. I dig.
Thanks,
your
man.
work.
Thank you very much. And ironically enough, that like I said, that's literally how I walk around. People are like, "What inspired this and that?" I'm like, have a 30-40 minute conversation with me, and you'll encounter everything I said in all these songs. These songs are literally just me repeating my ideals over and over again. They're not even songs anymore.
Mhm.
Like I say in the song, I'm misanthropic. Don't think that I won't whoop you because your kids are watching. These aren't bars. This is me telling you exactly what's up. I don't like you. I'll whoop your ass.
Talk your shit,
Like
man.
you stand for things I don't like. I want them to die. I want you to die. But the beautiful thing about music is you can say all these things you're not allowed to say out loud. Just make them rhyme. And people call it art. Sometimes it is art. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's the ramblings of a sycophant. Sometimes it's, me processing out loud. You know what I mean?
Because this is all me right here. I'm like, all my shit is like very extreme, very like, that's just how I roll. But that's the beauty of like rap, where I can say those things because I didn't have that.
And then, but then also just to balance that out, you'll have the song where you're expressing like intimate, difficult emotions. Mm-hmm. That you could only typically say to a close friend or intoxicated or something like that, or a therapist, and you get those out too. So to me,
the therapy behind it,
that's that therapy behind it, and that's the art, and that's where you find that common ground, the commonality, the universal effects that make it a community again. Just to rope it back to our conversation, you know what I mean? Like that's like, you like that recall there, but that to me is like, okay, so I've got a song called Memories, Seeds of Memories, or Memory or something. But I say, when I remember everything collectively, it all settled in a steady stream of memories. I remember block party shootings. I remember overdoses, and still finding them amusing. But I talk about when I lived on a street corner when I was 9 years old. The entire song is about stuff that I remember seeing, not knowing how to perceive any of it. And as I was writing the song, I actually realized how much trauma was in the song.
Shit.
And I was like, remember being 9 years old and watching this guy shoot a woman in the leg because she wouldn't give him oral sex. And I didn't even know what oral sex was. Dang. But all I remember is saying words. I'm not going to repeat the words. But this guy says these words to this woman. She says no. He pulls out a revolver, shoots her in the leg, and nobody helped her. And I remember thinking it must be funny because everybody took off. In the movies, this is like where you cut scene, right?
Yeah.
And then, but guess what? The scene didn't cut.
Yeah.
It was just me. It was just me watching this woman bleed out on the street, and that was my first. That was my first time I saw somebody be shot. And I remember being like, "All right, so what happens now?" And then the ambulance showed up, and they took her off, and then everybody came back. And then a little bit later, two guys got into a fight, and one hit one with a brick, and everybody took off again.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
And it's like, but think about listen to the trauma in that.
Real trauma,
that song, right?
Real violence.
Right, and everybody can relate to traumatic violence. Even they've seen it on TV, they've seen it in front of them. But that sad things becomes now a universal something to connect us all to, something to all like sit back and reverence and be like, God damn, that sucks. You know what I mean? Like that. But
like I can't connect to a person driving a Bentley because I don't drive a
right.
Bentley. I can't connect.
And I wouldn't drive one. You know.
I don't drive it, but I can connect to empathy. I can connect
Yeah.
Because that's a universal thing. That's why I'm just like for me,
yeah.
lyrics and music is therapy. I could care less if people like it, but for me,
I know.
If I didn't do it, man, it's either this or this. You know what I mean?
So like teeth, yeah. So you guys probably caught it because I hate to put words in y'all's mouth, but I'm assuming you guys caught nuances in the song that other people wouldn't, right? Because I watched you do it. Like I said, that song. So teeth, if you think about it in nature, right? Remember I said my appearance is meant to be a warning, right? I say it in the song as well. In nature, there's a couple of ways to warn the predators and prey. You know, you warn each other.
The bright colors,
claws, and teeth. No, for violence. For violence, you're worried about red and all that. But none of that matters if I don't have teeth and claws. I can have all the colors I want. I can have 1,000 eyes. I can do all that goofball shit. But the easiest way, when a dog comes up to you and it wants you to back off, what does it do? It rolls its jowls around its teeth and lets you know, I will use these on you. I will use them on you effectively. And I will use them until I'm tired of using them on your body. So that's what teeth is. Teeth is, when I get upset, I show my teeth. I actually do. You can ask people, I smile. But an aggressive smile, people always like, why is this guy doing that? It's actually primal. We ignore so many of our primal urges, we don't even recognize them anymore. Yeah, second I get mad, I let my pheromones and my teeth talk because I'm letting you know I'm done talking. This language is actually fake. This is an illusion. We made this up. You know what's real?
Oh yeah,
action. And in nature, a lion might rip your head off before he roars at you because you shouldn't have been there in the first place. Does that make sense? So like my brain works different. My brain worked different. So to me, Teeth is the first song on the project. It's the only one where I'm going to be aggressive and assertive. I'm going to be super aggressive and assertive. And then the rest of the song, if you made it past that, then you get the emotional stuff. Just like a real friendship. You know, once you make it past, like, if you met me at the club, you saw me duking it out, fighting or whatever, right? We find each other on Facebook. Can we have a normal conversation later?
Yeah.
You know, if so, then we're probably friends. Well, if all we got is the club, then,
man,
you know, but like I said,
I've heard this song and the other songs. From what you're explaining, I just can't wait to hear the album, man. To be honest with you,
when's the new project coming out, man?
Yeah, man.
We're working on a date. If anybody's ever released music, then you know how it is. You hurry up to wait, right? It was supposed to be it'll be no later, hopefully, than the November 15th.
Okay.
It's just going to be streaming. Yeah, we were going to do merch. That didn't work out. So we're just going to be streaming on this one, which is not streaming. We'll be. It's going to be on Bandcamp, and then eventually it'll be streaming. But as we all know, Bandcamp just got sold again, and Spotify and all them changed their numbers. So here soon, it's going to go back to having to physically sell tapes out your trunk like Too Short and shit. So I'm excited. I can't wait, bro. No. Give me 90 seconds. I know we're running short on time, but this is it's the cleansing that I've been waiting for, because as the advent of the internet and the advent of these programs, there's a gift and a curse. The gift is anybody can be a musician, yeah, and the curse is anybody can be a musician. So
my man.
I started in the 90s to where if you said you rapped, prove it, do it right now in front of me right now. And not just that, my man's better than you. So let me go get my man. So that's how the first time you hear somebody rap is battling your homeboy, right? And if you're not willing to do that, we don't want to hear you rap. If you're not good at doing that, we don't want to hear you rap. There was so much work you had to put in. Now all you have to do is upload a song. Once that doesn't work, then it goes back to the fundamentals, and you actually happen to be able to do it. And that's where I'm the king. That's where I dominate. These little kids in this game and these apps and shit, I don't know how none of that works. They win. But when we goes back to the real shit, we win. And I cannot wait, because these kids have no idea what they're doing. And I say kids meaning anybody not knowing, not just like I'm not an ageist.
I mean,
I'm not saying
No,
what
you're
he
not
said,
talking about
like,
adolescents. No, we
yeah,
understand.
I'm not talking about adolescents. Yeah. Because
But you came from a time again, like, and I mean, I go
there's
back to
practical
1990.
application.
Yeah, I mean,
Puff, how many times we go to a studio and we had to like, hey man, you rap? All right, well, hey, we got my man right here. And remember,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys would put me up against people I never met before.
You should
get down. Yo, it's the same shit. Yeah, I love that
we
stuff.
should.
Because it's just the
We
energy.
came,
And
so
you know what's up.
we were out in the country, bro. We out in the country, right? Compared to everybody else, we out in the country out here, right? I used to live in Middleburg, which bordered on Marshall, which is right there in Fauquier County, right? I lived on Zula Road. Fauquier County was literally 5 feet from my house, right? Often. And like that's back when you drove through Marshall, they had that big tractor trailer with "We Hate Niggers" spray painted on it. That's back when Marshall we considered Marshall a sundown town. Yep. So anybody from the 80s and 90s in Fauquier County, if you was that dude, I'm still looking for you. Fuck you and everything you stand for and all the racist. No, real quick. I know the demographic for this. Anybody I ever did any racist, goofy shit, said any wild shit, we can pick up where we left off from Fauquier County. My granddaddy is Mutt Tibbs from Turnbull. All right, Turnbull, the dirt road. All right, just let y'all know who it is. Like who you didn't. You guys got off lucky back then. I didn't have a knife on me. So with that being said, they know, and the people I'm talking about, the situation I'm talking about, know what I'm talking about. And you're lucky I didn't have my knife on me because you wouldn't even be able to watch this. Woo! With that being said, so speaking of racism, right? But so what we had to do, we had to travel to, if we wanted to put a show on or participate or whatever, we had to travel or put the show on ourselves. You know what I mean? So we'd show up in a random field, be like, all right, nobody's around, hook cables up literally jumper cables up to us. My man had this converter. He would hook the jumper cables to the converter and then you could plug plugs into that thing. So that's why we would run lights and sound till the cops came and we just get the fuck out of there. Yeah. And we did that from 1998 to like 2001. I had my daughter and I was like, all right, now I can't be risking these stupid ass charges. So, we started traveling more, but I started going to DC like 2005 because I had to. I never wanted to because I couldn't take my gun.
Right.
Like I got a daughter. I'm coming home. Every time I hear about DC in the paper, somebody gets shot. I'm coming home. So so I only went to, and I can admit it now because there's a statute of limitation. But the first however many years I went to DC, I took my gun everywhere I went because I was like, I'm coming home. So imagine that. These dudes are rapping all this gangster shit and all this other stuff. I'm illegally carrying a firearm but for genuine safety and my not knowing the environment. So I remember being like, yo, this scene, something's not right about this scene. Something's weird about this. So like I said, people are saying put the guns down. I remember 20 years ago, cats talking about guns and promoting fake violence that they never did. That's the real issue, is people getting away with talking about stuff they don't do. But again, I've been noticing that for years, traveling around. Like I said, we drive to Southern Virginia, drive up to this state, drive up to that. Like we had to go somewhere. And you're watching the kids in that area bullshit and be really whack. But because of their proximity, they're getting more done than you are. So you show up to the little town overnight, do better than everybody there, battle half the people there, and then they're on your dick and they jock you. But then they also know they can't jack for you because they don't look bad. So then you're never going to welcome back, man. Like I said, it's going back to those days. You know what I'm saying? It's going back to everybody being afraid of the Cypher Hogs. We had a crew called the Cypher Hogs. There's like 5 of us. And everywhere we went, there could be 100 people rhyming. Within 20, 30 minutes, it'd just be the 5 of us passing the mic around no matter where we were. Man, Cypher Hogs, bro.
Those are the good old days, man.
Those are the good old days, man. Like bullying, bullying cats off the mic. But even the soft dudes had to have heart. Even if you rapped about rainbows, you had to have heart and you had to stand behind what you was doing.
Exactly.
I'm sure PM Dawn, everybody always laughs how PM Dawn got beat up by KRS-One. Everybody laughs about that, right? But when nobody said, and honestly, let's be honest, if that's actually how it happened, he was being jumped, which means he has heart. If everybody's running around saying they hate you and you're this and that, and then you performing everywhere, you're going by yourself, you have more heart than they do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right? Now, think about it. How many times you think, and I'm just using him, I didn't know like his music neither, but I have to respect the fact this dude's going in ciphers at some point, rapping that, now send me for the but he has to go do that stuff. These little new age rappers with this soft shit could never get Little Uzi Vert never would have been able to stand next to me and do the person the hand back, the person the hand back, I'd have body slammed that fucking kid. In '96, that kid would have got. My mom would have kicked that kid down the stairs in '98 for rap. Like, come on, man. So with that being said, when it comes back to, hey, look, Will Smith. Go listen to He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper. Listen to that song. Will Smith, 1980s. Okay, so Will Smith. There you go. So Will Smith, man. Will Smith was going harder in 1986.
1,000%, dog. 1,000%.
That's all I gotta say.
They just listen to Summertime.
My rhymes have been written, not to be bitten. But as it seems, some suckers keep forgetting the rules about rapping. But that's all right, because in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna have all uptight. The first 2 lines he said, stronger than the dinosaur, but I'm known to sing. Because in the battles I usually win. You know, trying to defend yourself is ridiculous. Yo, I don't even want to don't get me going on that.
Will Smith has gotten from like whatever to like up there. And
yeah, we're like that too. Like after we studied, like it was eye-opening shit, man.
That was the first record I ever had. That's why, like, I remember my dad bought it for me because he didn't want me having. I wanted NWA's "Fuck the Police" and I wanted all the gangster shit because I wasn't allowed to have it. That was the only reason I wanted it.
Of course.
Right.
Now I can't tolerate that shit. Right here, I got look at this shirt. Play bitches ain't shit for a dude wearing this shirt. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to give me that nut. That shit means nothing to me now. But I wanted it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'll be able to listen to He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper until someone else has to push the button and play it for me. I'll be sitting in my wheelchair like play that Will Smith shit.
Yeah, I'll still get down with Young MC.
But I guarantee you,
Rob Bass. I'll still get down with Polo.
Come on, bro.
Those are all dope acts, man.
You know why? Because it always takes 2 to make a thing go right. That's math is math, bro. It makes 2 to make a thing go right. You know, like gentlemen.
Unfortunately, man, we're gonna have to.
Y'all, this is live. This is the best. I gotta say this, man. And y'all, I think you guys know. I would tell you if this was whack, I'd have told you. This is the best fucking interview podcast thing I've ever done in my life. This is. It's finally. We have a whole panel of people. I didn't have to explain nothing to none of y'all. Like I didn't spend the whole time like looking like I'm mansplaining shit. Like this was a grand. You guys have no idea.
Peace,
we
appreciate it, man.
Listen, anytime you want to come back, man. Anytime you want to come back, because I want to hear you freestyle. I want to see my boy freestyle. I want to see
after I beat the case. After I beat the case, there's more stuff I'll be allowed to say. We can have a paperwork party, you know what I mean? Like, because all these kids are all about paperwork and gang and all this other goofy shit. Like, this will be the set, right? Like, I'm actually out here catching. Like I said, I'm the baby, bro. I'm the baby, man. Like, I'm the catch me in the interrogation room. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, man, I would love to come back. This, like I said, man, it's I noticed when I like a lot of podcasts, and I don't want anybody taking offense. This is one thing I don't want people to take offense because I understand the job is different. But I've seen a lot of podcasts where literally the whole thing is like them talking pop culture and like shit like that. I don't follow none of this shit. I don't follow pop culture, and that's how we lost. Like I like Joe Budden and all that kind of shit, but that shit's lost. Like I think he's a great orator. He speaks. He's as white people would say, he speaks so well. You know, but all he's talking about is like people's relationships and shit like that. Like the Breakfast Club, even DJ Tigger's got a gossip show in Atlanta, and it's like, okay, like come on, man. Like we lost. So we have a platform now. Let's talk about how we get like, the stuff that got us here to the platform, like the reason for it. Like Joe Budden used to rap, if I remember correctly.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, right? So I would think he would have it still be enough. Okay, so that's what I thought too. Maybe it's a different guy, but that means he could actually take the time to have like a different rapper there.
Yeah.
Every single day, or like play a new song. He could just once a day, if this guy, once a day said, hey, let's go into the underground. It's Underground with Joe Budden. And we're going to play everyone send us the best, dopest rapper. Hey, it don't even have to be me. Because if it's like, oh, wait, we found this guy from Des Moines. And they play some dude and that's that. That would be more than he's doing for the culture right now. It's like,
I agree with you.
it just shocks me like that people use the platform as a springboard. They don't use it as a platform. They use it as a springboard. So like I said, I appreciate
That's why we
this being an actual platform and formative to the culture.
That's what we do, my man. But listen, I'm gonna let you go. It was a pleasure to have you here, man. Next time, just we'll come through and we'll just spit some rhymes and do the damn thing, man. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being on today, my friend. It was very nice having you.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Johnny Warbux. We are here with Sir Puffalot Kalishnikov, Red. We are the Rappers Corner, and we kicked it with Empuls today. You can find him on social media at _.empuls. At Empuls Stone Maple. Empuls Summer is on FB. Empuls on Bandcamp. Check out the new music coming out here. Hopefully, if all goes well, we're going to see it within a week or two. And yeah, man. And we look forward to hearing more of the stories, man. This shit is fucking real. The guy talks his shit. He's talking real shit. This was probably like I said, hardest fucking episode we got on the show today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you soon. Get you on the next one, man, with the realest right here, man. Mr. Derek Summers, Empuls, man. We appreciate you so much for coming on the show, dog.
All right, brother.
Salute. I appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, man. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it done recording?
I'm trying to end it.